today. From State Farm Stadium in...
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And this is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. 15 yards. And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year. Wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships, and if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Saquon Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll go to Barkley again. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you, where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle?
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now they go screen. It's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the give, this is their fullback. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
How about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 57 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. 2nd and 1. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out now come the Cardinals. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here is 3rd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
First carry for James Conner. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Conner again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Conner up the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They run behind center with Conner. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Reed Blankenship delivering the hit. Ball ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 81 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Right back to him on 1st down. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd and 9 now. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. They'll try and run for it. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
A good solid gain there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've come. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
They'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Jalen Carter in on that tackle. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 116 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Conner. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. On the run is Conner. And just nowhere to go for Conner. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cards add 6 to their lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point attempt to come here. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all total. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed a big hit for a loss. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Hurts fumbles it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd down and goal. Hurts. And he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football, but any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too, but it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him, and this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here,
They take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. 136 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Second and 3. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Now the Card's going to call another timeout. Their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got McBride here over the middle. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Goes right back to McBride. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the second quarter. The Raiders trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. C.J. Stroud, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Ken Walker, a touchdown run in the victory.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this game,
Birds fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Connor, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Once again, it's Connor, and this time he's in for a Cardinal touchdown. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Down the right sideline, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Point after, right down the middle. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Hurts throw complete to Otten. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Here's Hurts to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. The middle with Barkley. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
They go play action with Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Hurts going to keep it running right, and they'll get him down right around the 16. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. That is caught, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing is Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, and the Eagles get a bit closer. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Counter. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Connor. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Being being chased out left. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Hurts gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Hurts. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got Smith here. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw again. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Baron Browning just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action yet. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. The drive starts with a completion left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. They'll set up to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. They're going to look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. forced out to his left. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's got Otten. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Finding Otten once more. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Here we go. 52 blue. Nice. White.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Go now. 10 black. 6 mega.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's complete to Otten.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley.
Here's a 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And he'll get this underneath.
And it's a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
This 2nd and 4.
Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Arizona, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cardinals, as we say.